Welcome to the Gump. I have to cover my face because it feels stupid. Welcome to Gump Report number 6. This is going to have 2 parts. Andrade Ciamolos and what I feel about an Apollo Crews. You know what? Let's start with Apollo Crews first and then Andrade. Apollo Crews. If you saw my Fastlane review, you know how I feel about what happened with Biggie and about Apollo. Damn, the guy has changed. Just allowing him to expand into something else, into something that he is connected to because he's Nigerian. It feels important. Now, I've heard that it could have been Paul Heyman who has interacted with him on SmackDown. Do I believe so? Yes. Because if you see how the creative team is on SmackDown, Raw, and what's going on in NXT, there's only a few people can write properly, and Paul Heyman's one of them. And I do believe he had an influence in Apollo. As it stands, Apollo did not win the title at Fastlane, and it made no sense for him to win it there, but then it made no sense for them to have the match in the first place. It would have been better if there had been a DQ. I didn't think that at Fastlane, but this is how it was because I hadn't slept due to the fact I have insomnia. And I've been having insomnia for quite a while. I'd say about 20 years. I've always had insomnia. But the point is, Apollo Crews is very good now. The question is going to be, how long will it be before Vince gets tired of him and make him turn the babyface and he goes back to the way he was? That's going to be a question for me personally. If Apollo turns back into a babyface without keeping what he has now that he has built, with possibly Paul Heyman helping him, he will go exactly where he was before, and then he will fade to obscurity once again. It will happen. I do believe that the feud between him and Biggie Langston, Big E, is going to continue, but to be honest, I found out he's had 6 shots at the IC title, and probably 3 of them has now been with Biggie. They need to end this. Apollo needs to be finished when it comes to Biggie Langston, but I know it's not going to end. They're going to drag it out some more, and then that's going to piss off a lot of fans when it comes to Biggie and when it comes to Apollo. Now, our feature is Andrade Ciamolos and what I thought about him. Look, guys, you know how I feel about Andrade Ciamolos. The guy, when it comes down to it, he's got ability, but the WWE and Vince, let's be honest here, Vince hates that Triple H produced a good amount of talent that has gotten over, and he did not produce them. So anyone that's been going to the main roster, no matter if it's SmackDown or Raw, has been basically torn apart and left for dead, unless Vince gets in the mood and says, okay, I'm going to make this guy into something, maybe. That is what this is all about. This is not about if Andrade Ciamolos has incredible ability like just Alex and JD believes. And it's not about if he's garbage and shit or something like the Sleg Dang off the Rope Show Center. He didn't understand what people see in him because he does a lot of the same stuff many other people do, and he wonders the reason he's liked, is it because it's only ring work and no character, or was it because of his ring work with a Zelina Vega? Either one. No. This is not about either one of them, but they are a part of it. This is about Vince not wanting Triple H to produce talent that could get over that he did not produce himself. Vince, as I said before, if you meet him probably in real life, might actually be a nice guy. But the key is, he is a businessman that runs a wrestling company that he has a freaking monster ego bigger than his dick. And when it comes down to it, and he thinks his dick is this long as my arm. You see my arm? That's how long his dick is. That's what he thinks in his little pea mind that's like this. A dinosaur's brain. This is Vince's brain. This is a dinosaur brain. And remember, dinosaur brains are supposed to be small, baby. Sorry. Like I say in the Gump Report, you never know what you're going to get. This is what you get. This is fun. But let's be serious for 1 second. What's going to happen to him? Well, he has a 90-day clause, I'm sure. He was released right when Fastlane was done. They released him from his contract. He probably has a 90-day no wrestling clause. He can't do nothing for 3 months, 90 days. After that, where do you think he's going to go? A lot of people speculated AEW. A lot of people speculated go to Japan, or maybe go to AAA, or maybe go to Impact. What are my thoughts? AEW, if you went there, unless Zelina Vega goes with him, and that is Thea. If she goes, I believe her name is Thea. If she goes with him, maybe he stands a chance to have something. Maybe make card. Maybe. And I'm not saying he doesn't have ability. I'm not saying Thea wouldn't get him over. This is about how many people in AEW right now. You have a huge chunk of the indies in AEW or working in AEW Dark. And now what is it? AEW I can't remember what it's called. Rising or Risen, whatever. I can't remember. But the point is, there's so many people there, it would be ridiculous. He will not get anything. 0. He may be mid-card. Maybe. With Thea. If she's not with him, he's going to be buried. Because there's going to be way too many people, and he's not going to be able to get over because there will be no room for him. Look what's going on with Miro. You get my point. So what does that leave? New Japan Pro Wrestling. All Japan Pro Wrestling. Pro Wrestling Noah. Then you have Impact Wrestling. AAA. Well, ROH maybe. And then MLW. Where do you think he'll go? The best place... I've been thinking about this. The best place will probably be Impact Wrestling. He's already made a lot of money in WWE. So worrying about money won't probably be an issue. His own woman, Charlotte Flair, she's still there making good money. So if he really wants to try and do something where he can enrich himself, he could go to Impact Wrestling. Not because I love Impact. It's because it'll be the only other company that has some affiliation with AEW that he could be shown over there. Or maybe not. It counts. It's going to depend. I do believe on Impact he'll have a better shot at having something. They can have him have an interpreter. They can do the title screen and having a name there. And I think maybe I'll put something. No, I'm not going to put nothing there. That's a little bit too much work. Forget that. He could have subtitles when he does his promos. When they record it. Now, of course, he can also do it and do broken English like a Pentagon Jr., which will be fine. But at least he'll have creative freedom compared to what he has now. Well, then, because he's now been released. This is what I really think should happen. What do you think will happen? I don't know. AEW is probably what they may see him in. Tony Khan may pick him up, but then if you really think about it, if he goes to AEW, he's going to get lost in the shuffle. There's so many people there now. He'll probably be paired in a tag team. And if he is by himself, I will be shocked if they actually give him something to work with. Because honestly, I don't see him getting anywhere. Not because he doesn't have ability, not because they couldn't really promote him and sponsor him, but they got so many people there. They have so many, they don't even have enough room to fit them all. That's why they need a second show to put half the people on that they haven't been able to show. And they're probably on AEW Dark. There's just so much. But this is just me. Have a good day. Have a good night and watch my Impact Wrestling review. Peace.